In this week's Tech in Twos, we are looking at how to split tabs. So knowing how to split your tabs can help you save a lot of time, especially if you're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between multiple things. And then you also usually have more than just 4 tabs open. So we're going to look at an easy way to split your tabs down the middle so I can have both maybe my Google Classroom up while I'm looking at actual student work and putting in the grades in MyStar, or whatever it might be where you're needing to look at one thing while you're also referring back to another thing. There are several different Chrome extensions to do this. Technically, you can resize manually, but it can be a little bit tricky. And so I much prefer just adding a Chrome extension that just does it for me. So there are a couple of ways that you can do this. There is a Chrome Web Store extension called the Alice Keeler Classroom Split. This one's specifically designed for splitting assignments in Google Classroom so that you can be looking at student work and then also providing feedback, or if you're grading and providing feedback on the student work, you can also be putting in the grade in the assignment in MyStar, or whatever makes the most sense there. But it actually just splits your 2 pages and pulls up Google Classroom on both of them. So this is what that Chrome extension looks like up here. It's the green and purple, and so it just pulls up my Google Classroom over here. And so I can be looking at one page in my Google Classroom over here, maybe the assignment directions or a rubric, and then I could be looking at the student work over here, and it just splits those nice and evenly there. The other one that we're going to take a look at is called Tab Resize, and this is pretty neat because you have some different options of the ways that you can view your different tabs. So I added this, and again, you can search for Tab Resize in the Chrome Web Store and just use the blue button to add it to your Chrome web browser. And so when I hit this, it gives me multiple options to display. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'll ever use this 2 by 2 because that's really tiny on my screen. But if you ever needed to view four different websites at once, you could. This way actually splits them horizontally, so I'm kind of seeing them, they're sitting on top of each other like this, or I prefer generally to have them vertically next to each other, so that they're sitting like this. And so you can even customize the different kinds of ways that you view them here. So I can have both of these and kind of toggle back and forth. So maybe I'm reading an article and typing in a document at the same time. So this is also a really useful tool to introduce to students too, when they're multitasking, maybe doing research and things like that, so that they're not losing tabs or having to toggle back and forth. It's just a neat way to be able to see 2 things at once, especially if you're trying to compare or get things done quickly.